Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the dude manning the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about Drive, the latest release from MVD Rewind. It is a 4K transfer from the original negative and it's been put onto a Blu-ray. The movie stars Mark Dacascos, Kadeem Hardison, and the late Brittany Murphy. Is directed by Steve Wang. This movie is a martial arts action masterpiece that most people don't know about. It came out in 1997, I believe. I discovered 1998 on the shelves of Blockbuster. The movie starts out on a pier and the action starts right away. And they explain the plot as they go along. It's pretty simple, but basically Mark Dacascos plays Toby Wong, and he has some software put in his chest that enhances his martial arts abilities, and the action starts. The thing that makes this a little different is the supporting characters, other than Toby Wong and Malik, played by Kadeem Hardison. The rest of the characters are really oddball. Something you would find in a Coen Brothers film. So that adds to this element to make this movie such a unique thing. And the choreography is absolutely amazing. It has the Hong Kong influence throughout. It's very quick. There's a lot of action. There's some wire work, but there's not this quick cut editing. You can see what's happening. And Mark Dacascos really shines. You get to see his talent in all its glory. And this makes the most of his ability, because I watched the special features. He did almost all of his stunts. Now, another thing that works well is Mark Dacascos and Kadeem Hardison play off each other so well. You wouldn't think it would work, but it does. And this came out before Rush Hour. But it's one of those things where you take two completely different actors with completely different skill sets and put them together, and it works. So it does continue that thing that goes on in a lot of movies, the odd couple pairing. Now, as I said, this thing is a hidden treasure that a lot of people don't know about, and I'm so glad it's getting its due now. And to get the director's cut, to really see how it was meant to be seen, and the transfer, it's long overdue for this. Now, the transfer itself is very good. I watched it last night, and you can see, like, the colors, there's not as much saturation. It looks more natural, and the settings, everything looks the way it should. So it's not glossed over. It looks very good, because the budget was $3 million for this movie, but they had good cameras, and they got the most bang for the buck I've ever seen. So everything looks really good, and it's not overly glossed. So it's a natural look. The sound is not bad. It's just not like some of the other movies I've reviewed. It's not a bad transfer. It's just not the ultimate experience like a Dolby Atmos. So it's not a deterrent in any way. You can hear and see everything. So it's very good transfer. Now, the director's cut, I have the original cut on VHS, and the director's cut develops the characters a little more and adds to it. I'm kind of mixed on director's cuts, because sometimes it bloats it too much, and this, it added to the runtime pretty good bit, but not too much, but it develops the characters and invests you into the story more, so I have no issue with this. And as an added bonus, they have the original cut for those who want that. It doesn't have the transfer, and the colors are a little more saturated, but it's on there if you want it. And I am so glad that it's finally getting its due, and people are starting to discover. There's been some articles put out about it, and they're saying, like, how anyone hasn't discovered this is crazy, because the Blade and the Matrix really brought in the Hong Kong influence and wire work and exposed it to American audiences, but this movie came out before that. And, I'm glad people are starting to discover this, so it's long overdue. Now, this thing, the artwork from MVD Rewind is probably my favorite. You got the old VHS looking slipcover, and inside You have some alternate artwork, which I have here. I like this artwork as well. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it looks really good too. So I'm really happy about that. The special features were probably carried over somewhere else, but it has some commentary as well. So MVD Rewind always puts great care into their releases and puts a lot of love into it. So you'll get that here. That this is no exception. Now, overall, the transfer is great. The sound is solid. I am so glad this movie is getting its due. It is a must-own for any martial arts or action fan, or if you're a collector, you need to get this. I cannot recommend it enough. It may be one of the best from MVD Rewind. So let me know in the comments below how you like it. Are you glad you picked it up? Are you going to check it out? It is free to stream on Tubi if you've never seen it and you're curious about it. So give it a look. I'm so glad I have it, and see you next time.